You're just here for welcome to our cult.
All right.
Of course.
So we're back with Super D&D.
Actually, I'm not
Cult,
feeling it. Can we
apparently.
not do it this way?
No. Sorry.
I missed it.
Sorry for you. You don't get that say today. But either way,
Oh, damn.
we're about to get started with episode 7 here in just a moment. And
can I preface
Sure.
what you just said with something really funny that happened this week?
Sure, what's up?
I watched a movie that involved people fucking with demons.
Yes!
I
I've heard about
I
this.
just wanted to make the PSA here for maybe people who don't know this in our little D&D session.
Demons are good.
Don't fuck with demons. Yeah.
Also, that carries over pretty well for Monday session as well.
Fuck with
Yeah,
demons
that's-
all you
Do
want.
not fuck
Big.
with demons.
I'm making the case now.
In the brown person.
But unless you're Ashley,
Yeah.
you fuck a demon, not fuck with demons.
Yeah.
Oh.
I guess she fucks with demons too.
Fuck
That's
Sadie,
both.
don't fuck with Sadie. You know? You know what I mean?
No.
Yeah.
All right. Anyway, we're gonna show our art montage that Poke has put together for us. If you want to submit any fan art, please let us know because we'll be able to put them in our next one. If you have any friends that do like D&D and like heroes, you let them know and we'll get going in just a little bit. Thanks for watching. We'll be here in just a sec.
Just back.
Here's
All
the
right.
thing.
We're
I
back
don't
on
look
the air.
anything like Jeffrey. Oh, hi everyone.
Oh, hi, everyone.
You're just younger, Jeffrey. Okay.
Me and Kier on the same wavelength here.
All right. So we're gonna jump into our recap here.
What's a recap?
Yeah, wait, what? Why are we recapping the bottle? We need to drink it.
Okay. It's empty. I drank it all.
Oh god.
So it is still still April 10th, 2102, end of this day, or it's getting closer to the end of it. But last time, the Motley Misfits went off to complete their plans. Jeffrey and Ashley went to the underground lair. Jeffrey and Ashley went to the underground lair that formerly had been the subway system before the Blue Cape incident. Through some great rolls, great feats of ingenuity, as well as some good prep prior. With the general's help, they managed to defeat Steadfast and Clay and break out Claire T. However, to do so, they needed to have someone re-enable the tramway and leave someone behind. The general, without hesitation, offered, telling them to do what they needed to do. With the help of Claire T, they used the tramway and managed to escape the city, heading toward Costia. During this time, Athena executed her plan to break out Mooncalling and teleported to the underwater base of the rebels. Without much time between her arriving and them all getting themselves going underway towards Costia. In the meantime, Ian finished his journey through the abyss, and he arrived where he was supposed to meet his friends in Costia. El Phantasma, being the second one to arrive near the location, was besought upon by Ian, or in his demon form D4N, or Dan. El Phantasma did battle with the demon form and won. Knocking Ian out of the demonic form, he was then contacted by who seemed to be Ashley's older brother, Jeff, and they vanished into his house while waiting for the rest of their party. We pick up with El Phantasma and Jeff inside of a lovely 2-story house with a very modern interior, mostly whites and blacks for furniture pieces and molding and things like that, as well as a dark brown wood floor. You lay Ian down on a very soft plush couch as you go inside. You injured, but Ian looking fine, yet not very clothed. But Jeff quickly goes and grabs a towel and lays it over him and kind of just looks at you, maybe waiting for an explanation or if there's anything that he can help with.
The first thing I'm going to ask him is, Senor, do you have any rope, chains, or tape that I can use?
I have about a roll of duct tape, but I don't keep that stuff around the house usually.
I'll need it.
I'll see what I got.
He heads off. While you're sitting there, Ian doesn't move. He doesn't really look peaceful either. He definitely has a furrow to his brow. He is definitely not transforming or anything like that, but he doesn't seem peaceful in his unconscious state. He comes back a few moments later, carrying a roll of duct tape, mostly full, as well as he says,
I also found this twine. I don't know if it's gonna work on someone as strong as you all, but
I'm sorry, what's twine?
it's a very thin rope.
Okay.
Very, very thin.
Gracias. He's gonna take them, and he's gonna pick up Ian, put him in the chair, and then he's gonna tie him and use the whole entire duct tape around a single chair.
Yeah. A whole roll of duct tape to wrap someone up in, I don't think is gonna be a whole lot, because like have a roll, and also El Phantasma's like, Ian may not be as strong as Mop, but he's still pretty strong if he wants
he's
to be.
still pretty strong, but
Yeah.
I'm not
Might be
taking-
enough to slow him down for a moment, or at
Yeah,
least give you the sound of ripping duct tape to alert you, which is nice. So Ian sits there, head slumped forward. Jeff is kind of just standing, hands kind of leaning up on the back of the couch. For being definitely older, he doesn't seem like he's like in bad shape. You don't know exactly how old he is, and also I don't believe knew that Ashley had an older brother.
No. Well, he told me that he was Ashley's older brother, right?
Yeah, you know that now, but up until then, I don't believe Ashley's ever mentioned that to you.
No.
Or most of the party, to be fair.
Okay.
Ian's personally met him before, but she keeps her personal life out of stuff like that, so you guys wouldn't know.
Daniel knows because he overheard it, right?
That's true. That's very true. When we first ever got here, so 5 years ago, Daniel has an inkling that I have a brother because I spoke with him on the phone and he heard that.
Yes.
Gee.
So, all of you that are traveling underwater, you see that you hear the talk of we're getting closer from various different people until you hear it, and it gets like to Solemn, who just kind of nods. But otherwise, it's relatively uneventful. Eventually, they got bored of their I Spy with My Little Eye game.
Why?
And then it turned into various different songs that Last Laugh tends to changes the words to be very morbid usually.
That's not better. Never mind.
So, and then also Ashley and Jeffrey, you are making your way there as well, using the car with clarity, trying to keep from there. You notice that there are no real signs of anybody pursuing you at the moment. Nobody's really like stopping, or there aren't any more police officers trying to blockade you or anything like that. But we're going to quickly jump over to the car. Do you say anything to Clara? It's been maybe an hour since you've left the city. The panic has started to wear off, even though the tensions are still high.
I guess. Can I ask you some questions, Clarity?
Of course you can. Can I answer for you?
How long did they have you like that?
For about 18 hours.
Is that the first time they've done that to you?
Yes. They were all under the assumption that you were up to something.
How long have they had you down there?
Down there, they've had me for the past 10 years. Only going out on various occasions. Ever since, very shortly after I discovered I had the power and after my injury.
Can you tell us a little more about your injury?
Well, before my injury, I had powers to bend light into beams that could hurt enemies, as well as a bit of speed and strength. Nothing terribly impressive. I wasn't even top 50. But after that, the injury, that I was permanently blinded, I realized that the powers were coming from a mental place. It wasn't a physical control of that, but more of a mental control over light, sound, matter. And because of my blindness, that sense improved itself, along with a number of others. From there, I experimented for the next few years, until I was able to discern things, your thoughts, your people, see others. And then, from that, I went to the Hero Association. I talked with Thalia, I talked with many others, and I wanted to use this for good. And from then on, I was able to do that, and they locked me away for my protection. But as my powers grew, I heard whispers that were more disconcerting. And I brought these up with probably the wrong people at the time. And however, they made sure to lock me away more indefinitely, with various guards and watch and security, already seemingly having some of those underground bases already in place. But I could tell that it was made more secure as time went on, mainly for me.
Yeah, well, I hope this is worth it.
Do you know why we did this?
I very much know why you did this, or at least I assume. That you found out that Moreau's Industries, as well as the government, are all very much intertwined at this point.
Yeah, that would be correct.
I know we technically did do a bad thing and take you, but are you willing to help?
I will do what I can.
Thank you.
So, is there anything you want to know about us?
There's not much you can tell me I don't already know. I don't mean that to be creepy or weird. It's just something that happens the longer I'm in proximity with someone. That's why I was usually kept isolated. They only wanted me to tell them what they wanted to know.
Yeah, I don't like that.
I do have a strange question for you then.
Yes, Ashley.
You already know this, but I guess I'll give her your name. Sadie is the demon that's in me, and we've been curious as to why you glow with our demon sense.
You see she stops for a second and thinks about it. You know, that's a question I don't fully know. I didn't know that my essence or presence glows. And Sadie quickly says, that's because she's a celestial. Or has celestial something. And she's like, and
Sorry, what, Sadie?
you see Clara is like very confused and doesn't seem to know what Sadie's saying. You see that there's like celestial people? Like they're like, you know how demons are in hell? Angel people are in
We
celestial
knew about
thing.
that one because we learned it in hell.
Yeah, so he has like powers that come from there or something. They glow and hers are annoying and it's bright and it hurts my eyes. I'm sorry?
Your eye.
Could be.
Yeah, no, I still don't like her powers.
Not all
Kinda
powers are
creepy.
gifts. In fact, there are many that have the opposite of what would be considered a power.
I'm well aware. Anywho, are you aware of the plan? Can you find that out too, or do we need to tell you?
I think I know parts of it. Heard bits and pieces. That you are meeting with your friends, as well as some of the Misfits, under the water or somewhere by Chosta. I don't know where you plan to go from there, because I don't believe you yourselves know.
Under the water, you say?
They are under the water at the moment.
In Chosta or back in the city?
I believe they're on their way to Chosta. I can sense Athena there. Her mind is easier for me to find.
They're traveling under the water. How smart.
Wait, she has a
Okay.
better Wi-Fi connection?
That is a good way of explaining it, yes. But the more intelligent or mentally aware a person is, the easier it is for me to find them.
Cool.
I have so many questions. God
Who
damn it, I
else?
want to be there.
Can I ask, do you know if the rest of the ones that we know are heading here? To Chosta?
You see she like breathes deeply for a second. I feel some. I believe I feel your other friends with Athena. I know I feel Daniel. I believe I feel Arya as well. And Mop is easy to find, not because of himself necessarily, but because of his mop and his connection to it within general. I
And
don't know if I sense El Phantasma or Ian with them, though. But it doesn't
Okay.
mean they're not there.
do you know where they are? I don't know how that works. I'm sorry if I'm asking something.
I could spend
stupid.
some time searching for them if you like.
Yes, please.
Give me a few minutes. You see she puts her hands up to where the gem is embedded in her forehead, and it begins to glow as she places it there. And you see that there's like a weird vibration to like everything you kind of touch within. It's like really annoying for the steering wheel that Jeffrey's driving. It's not like painful.
Oh, I thought I was
We're
driving.
distracted. Is Ashley driving? I thought
I
Jeffrey
don't
was
know
driving.
if Jeffrey knows where he's going. Is my thing. So
I thought
was
that
driving.
you both just got in, and Jeffrey usually tends to
You-
try to
you
take the
said
driving
last
seat.
time. Yeah,
Yeah.
you said last time that Jeffrey was driving. Since you
Okay.
were,
Yeah, I believe so.
You were
And it's
fast.
easy enough for you to be like, it's
Yeah,
there,
I know
and
where
go
it's
there,
fine.
turn here, kind of thing.
She would probably be trying to contact people and on her phone trying to
Okay.
contact people that way as well. But obviously she'd get nowhere. But I just wanted to bring that up if she wasn't driving. I didn't
What's
know.
Ashley's intelligence?
smart +3 +2.
He's pretty smart. Not like exceedingly smart, but pretty smart.
Not trying to
Same
metagame
here.
here. Cell phones can be tracked, and we just pulled off 3 different crimes.
Well, and they saw us leave, like cops.
Yeah,
literally
Ashley's
watched
not-
us leave the city with clarity.
Ashley's,
Yeah.
I think, under the impression that she's
I
not
literally-
really that worried that they know where she is.
We're
Remember,
not at a location.
Whether that's smart or not, you don't have to agree.
Costia,
No, I
remember
was just-
that in the plan we said that after we pull this stunt, whatever secrecy we were having would be eliminated because
No, I
already
wasn't
know
trying
the
to go
fuck.
for secrecy. I was trying to avoid them being able to track us. That was my mental
We're not
process.
at a
Okay.
location right now either. Like she's thinking about
Yeah.
it. Don't worry.
that's
Okay,
fine.
okay,
Yeah,
cool.
no, I'm not necessarily disagreeing with you. I just want to make sure we're on the same page.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, okay, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say I would be driving towards the location. I don't know exactly where it is, but
But you,
I'm pretty-
Jeffrey
I'm
kind of
pretty
knows where
str-
Chosta is.
yeah, I'm pretty street smart. I
He
think
might
I
need
would
to be
Just
like,
chose to
when you
chill
get
with
there,
you.
like closer to the neighborhoods area, that Jeffrey's
Yeah.
gonna be like, all right, where do I turn?
Yeah.
kind of
Yeah,
thing.
exactly.
So yeah, she focuses there, and it's just like there's a slight hum and vibration to everything you touch. And it's a little weird. Like it kind of feels weird in your stomach more than anything.
Because
Oh.
of what Clarity's doing.
Yeah.
Cool. As we get closer to Chosta, by the way, Ashley will turn off her phone, but she definitely did try to. She'll check Ian's social media to see what he was up to last. She'll see the last tweet that he did tweet out and be like, "Oh, he's probably still at that dinner. It's fine." And then if there's any news, I would
Okay.
want to know if she gets any updates.
All right. Let's see. I just need to make
Like,
sure
I know
what
it
has
wouldn't be,
come
like,
out at this point.
breaking that exact
I exploded a building.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It wouldn't definitely
Yeah.
be that like exact minute, but like as we're driving here, it'll probably happen eventually.
Oh yeah, because you just stated it was an hour already. Now they're in the road.
It was already an hour. That's why I'm trying to think of what information. 'Cause I have a bunch of information. I want to know that what's been going on. And you see that this is what you would probably find the main thing right now. Is that there is a helicopter footage of a smoking, burning building that you see like a kind of an article that has the video attached with it. And it's basically saying that Moreau's Industries, downtown, our town, building attacked. Possible bombing.
Great.
And you see this pillar of black smoke.
Hey Jeffrey.
Oh, what?
Apparently the Moreau's Industry building blew up.
Yo, whoa! What do you mean that blew up?
I don't know. There's helicopter footage here, and it's on fire, and they say that it was maybe bombs. I'm not sure.
I don't like the sound of that. I'm just saying, Phantasma isn't one for bombs.
Ian's a lot more stealthier than he looks too, but I don't know what they did or what happened. Hopefully they're just on their way here now, but
You see that Clarity after another like 30 seconds just says, like she has like this sharp exhale or inhale, I should say, and just
what happened?
nothing. I just finished my ritual there. They're both in Chosta with, I believe, your brother, Ashley.
Okay.
Brother, what?
Yes.
That's who we're heading to right now, Jeffrey.
Since when did you have a brother?
Fast 65 years?
No
when we
shit.
came back out of hell, I found out that he was at least still alive. We've been in contact since, so I knew it was a place that I could trust to go to.
That would have been cool to know. Glad we're talking about that as we're driving there. Appreciate that.
You're definitely gonna love him. Similar names too. His name's Jeff.
Of course it is.
So you see that you're actually starting to get close now. Only maybe 20 or so minutes away, and you start directing Jeffrey where to go in terms of traffic and streets and things like that. At the same time, the people under the water with the Misfits are getting close, and you see Solemn kind of tell everybody, slow down for now. And he looks at you all. Looks at kind of Daniel more than anything.
That's me.
So where exactly are we surfacing if we're doing that?
Why are they gonna look at me?
He kind of, and he like looks at you first, then he looks at Athena, then Arya, then Mop.
I think it might be better if you guys stay here. We go up and assess, and then we can come back. Like once we figure out exactly where we're going. I know a general address, but I want to make sure it's safe before we bring everyone.
You hear from Zindiz, the one that you accompanied. Would you like for me to accompany you as someone? That
Sure.
way you can have a quick way back, or at least I can get back and notify everyone else quickly.
Yeah, that sounds like a good plan.
Any particular person I should be?
Ooh, do me.
Well, if you're going up to the surface, that doesn't really work very well, does it?
Shit.
Do you know what Jeffrey looks like? Or Hailstorm?
I know what Hailstorm looks like, I believe. You see, he shifts and grows like about an inch. Because you see, like, both Zindiz and Lythe are very, very short. So, they change, and you just, like...
Inch shorter than Jeffrey.
How's this?
You missed a couple stubbles on the side. But other than that, you're okay.
Like, you see, they changes it a little
The
bit.
sweater needs to be a lighter shade. He only wears one specific shade of blue. And I'll tell you the specific shade.
Well, good to know. And he changes a little bit. It's like uncanny, just all of a sudden.
He's like, up a pitch.
He's just like going through like the color sliders, like character creation with Arya.
Just Arya put surfing on there. It's
I
like
picked the wrong one.
adjusting,
He's
like
like,
going
wait.
up and down. Like
No, people can notice this. There's fangirl.
No one is going to notice that his sweater is a slightly
There-
different shade of blue.
Yeah, but the voice they'll notice. His voice,
voice,
is
yes.
deeper.
You mean the
His
vo-
voice is lower than an octave. His
You know
voice
what,
needs to
not
be higher up.
No, like you see the voice he does is like spot on more than anything. There's like a couple other things with like
Remember that colon isn't me. Give him a break.
I know.
I'm not Jeffrey. I can kind of get close, but not perfect.
I know. He's like, just give it one more second, and then turns it to the right shade. He's like, got it. All right, you're good.
Gee, thanks.
You're welcome. See, you're just like him. It's perfect. Now just act like a jackass, but a kind jackass, and you'll be fine.
Well, it's also the fact that, you know, we were watching Mop for a while, and Jeffrey happened to
Oh.
be with him most of the time. So it helps.
That's very true. Good luck
Alright.
out there.
Okay, so all of us are gonna go up. We'll send Zinda's back when it's safe to come up, or if it's not safe to come up.
Your
Be
getaway.
safe, Athena.
Yep.
Okay.